I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. You are not alone in experiencing the effects of your seeing. What's good, fam? We made it to day 18, lesson 18 of this beautifully written book right here. And we're going pretty smooth. We are we are flowing through this thing 18 days straight, and I'm pretty sure that you feel woker than ever because I know I do. Um, just the repetition of this has caused me to more easily maintain this state of being, and that's what we are here for. So let's go ahead and talk about this idea today. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. Now, I really didn't understand this one when I first read it. I'm gonna give a few analogies to help us prepare for when we read this, but like, we are more united than we think. Me, you, and every single person in this world are more united than we think. Although it appears that we are separate in these different bodies, in these different times, in these different places, we are united because all minds are joined, and that is what we are. We are minds. We are all one together. And it just appears like we are separate and we are different, but we are actually influencing one another without even knowing it. I am being influenced by you wherever you are in this world, and you are being influenced by me. And everything you think, everything you do, everything you say, the way you perceive things in this world is being emitted from you, and everyone around you, mainly the people around you in your immediate circle, are experiencing the effects of what you see. And we're going to talk about why that's important. And I'm gonna use the analogy of, like, okay, so let's just say you have some glasses on, all right? You have some sunglasses on, and they are yellow tinted. You have yellow tinted sunglasses on, and you are viewing the entire world. You go outside, you hop in the whip, you cruise around, and you have the shades on. Everything is tinted yellow for you. So let's just say the yellow tint we're gonna use that is lack. It's a worry filled world. It's a lackful world. It's a world of anger, of violence. We're going to use the illusions here, okay? That's the way that you perceive the world because you have those tinted lenses on. So that's how you're seeing the world. But remember, you are not alone in experiencing the effects of your seeing. So let's just say you go home now and you're talking to whoever you live with in your house. Let's just say you have a crazy bunch of siblings and your parents, or whatever the situation may be, or the people that you see on a day-to-day basis. You are seeing the world through that yellow tint, and you are talking through the perspective of that yellow tint. Every single word you use, every single body language you do, the way you carry yourself and your demeanor is all because of that yellow tint that you see the world on. It is influencing you and the way you act and walk, talk, think, speak, and feel, and other people are picking that up. It's just being emitted off of who you're being, and you are influencing those people to think that way. And if those individuals don't know who they are, and they forgot that they are love and light, and they fell asleep to who they really are, they are just absorbing all of that illusion that you see, and you're basically like painting their sunglasses yellow. So you're helping them see more like you, and they believe in the illusions, and they're painting your sunglasses, and you guys are all basically collectively seeing the world the same. And that's kind of what's going on here. Although me and you may not know each other, we are influencing one another. And this state of enlightenment that we have been feeling for the past 18 days together is influencing, we're going to say the world because we are all united, but let's just go on a little smaller scale. The people around us, we are majorly influencing them because we know who we are. We remember, we reawoke to the recognition of who we are, and now we see that in them for them. We see that in our mom for her, in our dad for him, in our brothers, in our sisters, in our friends. We see straight through the veil that they have put up, believing that they are this persona, and we see straight through that, and we know, You are love and light. This is who you are, and I see that for you. And by us seeing the world through that lens of being woke, let's just say we're wearing blue lenses now, we are walking, talking, acting, thinking, speaking, feeling from that perception, and it is being emitted from us, and we are waking the world up. And that's basically all world peace is, for example, is it's all collective individuals who have inner peace. And me and you are doing a bigger job than we may think in this world by just being woke. We are doing more than enough. So if you ever feel like you're not doing enough, that's just an illusion, because who you are is enough. And there is nothing that you need in order to be more. There is nothing that you need to do in order to be more. You are already whole right now in this moment. And whenever you know that and you are viewing life through that blue lens, you are painting everyone else's lenses blue, because they are not alone in experiencing the effects of their seeing. You're not alone in experiencing the effects of your seeing. So we are all influencing one another, and that's a powerful ability that we have, especially whenever we are aware and we are deliberately influencing people to wake up and see the true nature of this world and the beauty that it has to hold. Because remember, everything in this world is basically meaningless. It's neutral, and we give it its meaning because we do not have no neutral thoughts. Our thoughts are either one of love and one of God's, or one of illusions, one of what is not. And we are projecting that outward, and we see from that lens, and then everyone else is influenced to see that way as well. So this is good to know. And before we start reading, I just want to say this is good to know, because now that me and you are woke, we are more deliberate in choosing, do I want to believe this? This person is coming to me saying this thing right here that is making me feel worry, doubt, or fear, whatever, and it's bringing up these emotions within me. Am I going to choose to believe what they are presenting to me? Because we are awake and aware, we get to choose. They also get to choose, but because they are asleep, they are not consciously deciding whether to believe this or that. They are just kind of observers, observing what is around them, absorbing everything the world throws at them. And that's how the whole world is living. They think that this world is just who knows what. They are asleep in this world, and so was I for the longest time. But being woke, it is just the best feeling ever, because now I am the deliberate creator of my experience, and I take a look at this world, and it is very joyful to live. And that is what I am trying to help every single individual around me remember. And most of the time, I don't even talk about this information with them. I just be, you feel? And I'm painting their lenses without even knowing it, and soon my part will have been played, and that's all that matters to me. So let's go ahead and get into this and see how we can play a role in helping our loved ones wake up. And that's lesson 18 for you right there. So let's go ahead and begin. You got the book, you already know what to do. Open up. If you don't got the book, the description has the PDF. Let's go ahead and read this together, and we'll discuss it like usual. We'll apply it together, and may we never be the same. Lesson 18. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. The idea for today is another step in learning that the thoughts which give rise to what you see are never neutral or unimportant. It also emphasizes the idea that minds are joined, which will be given increasing stress later on. Today's idea does not refer to what you see as much as to how you see it. That's a bar right there. Remember that. It doesn't refer as much as to what we see, but how we see it. Because me and you could be looking at the same thing, but I could be seeing it for an illusion. I could be seeing the fear in this and projecting all my fear on it, and you're woke seeing the same thing I'm seeing it, and it's the same item, it's the same neutral item or neutral situation we're looking at, but we're both perceiving it differently, and that's the lens that we are going to be teaching and emitting from us. And that's how we are going to take action and respond to the situation. And because I'm seeing the situation with fear and an illusion, I'm going to respond in a way that makes me want to attack what's going on, or put up walls to help protect myself from what I believe is going to harm me, and I'm not going to receive the full benefits from that situation that you may be receiving because you're seeing it for what it really is, which is love, or a call for love. All right, let's continue. Therefore, the exercises for today emphasize this aspect of your perception. The 3 or 4 practice periods which are recommended should be done as follows. Look about you, selecting subjects for the application of the idea for today as randomly as possible, and keeping your eyes on each one long enough to say, I am not alone in experiencing the effects of how I see blank. Now, let's go ahead and do a few of these examples together before we continue. Look around you, whatever you see. It could even be the device you're watching this on, or something in your immediate area, but say, I am not alone in experiencing the effects of how I see blank. I'll go first. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of how I see this highlighter. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of how I see this speaker. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of how I see. Now, I'm going to use a big one. We're going to use, let's just say, big products, okay? We're going to use designer products or designer brands, something that's very high up there. This is going to be a good example, so stick with me here. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of how I see. I'm going to use a Louis Vuitton duffel bag, for example. Now, this Louis Vuitton duffel bag is, in this world, it is dust at the end of the day because it is not going to last forever, and it is neutral. It is a neutral item, and I am either projecting illusions on it or projecting love on it, or whatever I'm thinking of this bag. And most of the time it is something that people put on a pedestal with whatever high-end brand or thing that we're discussing. It is something that people idolize or feel like it is worth more than them, and if they get this thing, it'll make them feel like they're worth more, so they feel like they need to get this, or they would like to have this because they feel like they're not good enough already. So if they get this thing, they'll feel good enough. But that's just all their projection that they're projecting on it, when really this duffel bag that is collectively decided that it was worth this much value is made from the same exact material as this other product, and this other product is irrelevant in the eyes of most people because they believe that it holds no value. But remember, we are not alone in experiencing the effects of our seeing. So we're going to learn this further down in the lessons and in the course, but just know that everything you see is an idea. That mic is an idea. The studio foam that you see on the wall is an idea. This speaker is an idea. This shirt is an idea. These glasses, everything you see began as an idea that was given enough attention to it that it began to amass more and more energy, and it manifested, if you will, into the physical counterpart of what you see now. And let's just use Louis Vuitton for example, but this goes with anything that you're thinking of. The creator of this duffel bag gave this certain intention that it was going to be high value, and they are not alone in experiencing the effects of their seeing. So because they seen this idea in this specific way, their lenses on the glasses that they are wearing, so to speak, were, let's just say, orange, okay? And they are painting all of our lenses that same color because they are emitting that frequency from them without even using spoken word, because they see it as this value. We are also contributing to seeing it that way as well, because we are kind of just conforming to the idea that they have given this creation that they created. Now that's very big, because if you see what's happening now, people are projecting all day, every day on products or situations or relationships or anything outside of them in this world, value that they believe is lacking within them, and now they feel like they need to go get this thing in order to feel good enough. But it is all out of the belief that they are not good enough already, and that's just an illusion. That's a rabbit hole that you don't want to go down. And there's nothing wrong with getting the bag. The bag's dope, you feel me? Like, go for it. And that goes with anything in life. Whatever you feel like you desire, go for it. And if you want, manifest it, if you will. I really don't like that word because people like put so much junk on it. You know what I mean? So I know that that word is like a trigger for some people because of all of us seeing it that way. But anyways, besides the point, the whole entire purpose of me saying to create what you desire is do it out of the state of mind that I am already all that is. I am already love, light. I am already whole, and I can be, do, and have whatever I desire in this life. And if my life experience has caused me to desire and prefer this thing, then I am going to attain it. Not because I need it, but because I want to feel the joy in moving forward to this unfulfilled desire of mine, but still feeling the love for the journey, not feeling the lack that I'm not there already. So just keep that in mind. We are really, really shifting our perception here because this is not like how the world thinks, and this is the world that me and you were born into. So most likely we're still new to these ideas, but this is truth that me and you are discussing together. And once we know this and return our perception to this truth, this world is like, I can't even explain it with words, but it's just so like, it's so joyful and it's so less of a big deal than we make it out to be. Let's continue. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of how I see blank. Conclude each practice period by repeating the more general statement. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my seeing. A minute or so, or even less, will be sufficient for each practice period. And that is the end of lesson 18. That was a very powerful lesson, and this just gives rise to how much our perception shapes the way that we see this world and shapes the outcomes that we draw unto ourselves. So it really all starts with our perception. It all starts with you. There's nothing outside of you, and all those illusions that may be holding you down from time to time when you're asleep, all those illusions that I think are real whenever I'm asleep are not really there. It is just in that moment I am asleep to who I truly am, so I am perceiving everything else from that lens, from the yellow lenses, because in that moment I'm asleep. But we woke up together, we took the yellow shades off, we put the blue shades on, we're looking at this world for what it really is. And remember, me and you are not alone in the effects of our seeing, and we are playing a bigger role in influencing everyone around us more than we know. So don't forget that. And until tomorrow, I will catch you for lesson 19.